Hello everyone, welcome back to the next lecture. In today's lecture, we are going to see about the link layer services. As usual, we will start the session with the outcomes. In today's session, we have two outcomes. Upon the completion of this session, the learner will be able to Number 1. Know the various services offered by data link layer. After knowing the various services offered by data link layer, we will understand the services offered by the data link layer. Data link layer offers 5 services. We will know what are the 5 services and we will understand what are the 5 services. We will start with the data link layer. Data link layer is the layer 2 in the OSI reference model. So we have 7 layers in the OSI reference model and data link layer is the second layer, that is layer 2. And we can also call this layer as a link layer, simply link layer. What is the role of this data link layer? When the network layer creates the packet, it gives that packet to the data link layer in order to add a header and a trailer. After adding the header and the trailer to the network layer PDU, we will call this as a frame. So data link layer deals with frames and it is the responsibility of the data link layer to move the frames from one node to another. The data link layer is responsible for moving data frames from one node to another. We know physical layer converts the entire zeros and ones into signals. The data link layer should encapsulate the information such as physical address of the source and the physical address of the destination in it. And then only it enables the node-to-node communication. And we will see what are the various services offered by data link layer. The various services offered by data link layer are Number 1. Framing. Number 2. Physical addressing. Number 3. Flow control. Number 4. Error control. And number 5. Access control. So these 5 services are expected from a data link layer or simply link layer. In examination point of view, each service can be asked as a descriptive question or as a whole. We may be required to describe the various services of data link layer or simply link layer. We will see one by one in detail. Firstly, we will start with framing. The data link layer needs to pack bits into frames so that each frame is distinguishable from another. To understand this point, I will give you an informal analogy. Suppose, if I want to deliver 5 sentences in my speech, after delivering each sentence, I will give a pause. This pause helps the listener to know the end of the sentence. Even in written communication also, we use full stops. This full stop helps the reader to know that the current sentence has completed and whatever follows after the full stop is the next sentence. In computer network also, the data link layer of this device is going to generate a series of zeros and ones and it is a frame only. Suppose if this device has 5 frames and the physical layer doesn't know about the frames, it converts the zeros and ones into signals and places on the media. And upon the reception, the receiver should understand whether the group of bits belonging to frame 1 or frame 2. Suppose if this device is creating 5 frames and all the 5 frames are going to be transmitted as signals. And the receiver should understand all the data received and it has to construct exactly the frames as like it was created by the sender. Then only the communication will be successful. So framing is a very important task of a data link layer. So far we have seen an informal analogy. We will see a formal analogy now. Our postal system practices a type of framing. The simple act of inserting a letter into an envelope, where this envelope is going to be the frame. If we have letters, we are going to insert those letters into an envelope and this envelope separates one piece of information from another. So here each letter is distinguishable by using this envelope because here the envelope serves as the delimiter. Likewise, in computer network also we need some techniques in order to distinguish one frame from another. So this is what we call as a framing. The first service of the data link layer is framing. We will move on to the second service now. The second service is physical addressing. We know whatever is received from the network layer, it is going to add a header and the trailer. So a frame is the encapsulation of the header and the trailer information with a packet. So this is the packet that we receive from the network layer and with network layer PDU, that is the packet, we are going to encapsulate the header and the trailer information. And this is what we call as a frame. And what is going to be there in the header is that this header is going to contain the source and the destination MAC address. So in the header, the source and the destination MAC addresses are dealt. If you observe, after adding the IP address information in the network layer, the data link layer is expected to add the source and the destination MAC address. So the physical addressing is one of the services of the data link layer. So far we have seen framing and physical addressing. Now we will move on to the third service, the flow control. Suppose if this sender is a slow sender and he is a fast receiver, he can send the data slow and he can receive it. There is no problem with this approach. Think this way. If he is a fast sender, he can send 100 packets at a time, but this receiver can handle only 10 packets at a time. He can send 100 packets, but he can receive only 10 packets at a time. So what happens? This becomes overloaded at one fine point of time. It can't handle the situation and the packets will be lost. So to solve this problem, we need to establish a flow control mechanism. We will see what is flow control here. Flow control is one of the duties of the data link layer. To be precise, there is a sublayer called data link control sublayer. We will talk about this data link control sublayer in the next lecture. For time being, there is a sublayer called data link control sublayer, and this is going to deal with the flow control. Anyway, flow control is one of the duties of data link layer. Flow control means it is going to deal with the end-to-end flow control in the communication pattern between the device A and device B, where device A and device B are the end devices. Flow control can also be established between these two nodes. We are not talking about the flow control between these two nodes. We are talking about between end devices. The flow control in the data link layer is end-to-end flow control. So what is flow control? It is a speed matching mechanism. The speed matching should be done between the sender and the receiver in order to establish the communication seamlessly without loss. So flow control coordinates the amount of data that can be sent by the sender, the amount of data that can be sent before receiving an acknowledgement. Suppose if he says, I can receive 10 packets, this sender can send 10 packets at a time. After receiving the 10 packets, it will send an acknowledgement. So this acknowledgement is an indication for this sender to send the next set of 10 packets. So this is what a flow control is. So we are done with the three services. We will move on to the fourth service. Access control is the fourth service. In access control, we will be dealing about media access control. Suppose if this is a common media where end devices wants to send the data in a common media, how all these 10 devices are going to use this common media in order to send their data without collision. So that is dealt by the media access control. We will talk about this media access control elaborately in the upcoming lecture. For time being, access control means media access control. So far we have seen framing, physical addressing, flow control and access control. We have one service left in the data link layer services, and the final service is the error control. Suppose if this device is sending a frame and we expect the same frame should reach the destination without any transmission error. When the frame leaves this computer or the device, it is not in the hands of this device to protect this frame. There are some chances for transmission errors that can affect the frame. So it is the responsibility of the data link layer to protect the frame, and we have two approaches in error control. One is simply error detection and the second one is error correction. This is a simple scheme so that if the receiver detects an error in the frame, it can discard that frame, or it can correct the errors also. But error detection is easy, whereas error correction is a complex task. Anyway, we will be dealing about error detection and error correction in separate lectures. And that's it, guys. I hope now you are clear with the various services offered by data link layer. They are framing, physical addressing, flow control, error control and access control. I hope you guys enjoyed the session and thank you for watching.